your life, your world, your news. This is 69 News Live at noon.
There it is, the sound of winter, and it's the sound of a very frustrating morning commute for some. Shoveling and scraping are the norm today for anyone who gets behind the wheel. Beyond your driveway, the war against winter continues on the roads. Plows and salt trucks have been out all night trying to stay one step ahead of the snow and sleet. Good afternoon, I'm Jaciel Cordoba. We have team coverage on the winter storm this noon. Our team of reporters have been out all over the region braving the elements since this morning. We'll check in with them in a few minutes. First, we go to our team of meteorologists. Matt Broderick and Rachel Frank are standing by with the very latest from AccuWeather. We start with Matt.
All right, Jaciel, thanks very much. Yeah, this is a tough one here as far as road crews because they're dealing with so many different types of precipitation. Travel very difficult, and we'll hear from J.C. Kelleher in just a few minutes about how the roads are looking. But this is a tough one because you have snow and ice to deal with, and it's tough to get rid of some of that stuff on the roadways. Let's take care of wind chills first. It feels like 11 in Stroudsburg and 14 in the Lehigh Valley. Feels like 12 Trenton. Not quite as bad further away from the storm. Your wind chill, Harrisburg 27, Reading 22. That's obviously part of the story as the winds continue to pick up here through the morning and now into the afternoon hours. We'll see some gusts past 35 and 40 miles per hour. All of this pink sleet, ice pellets, that continued for hours and hours. Many of us started with snow yesterday morning, and then finally yesterday evening we turned to sleet and some freezing rain, and some of us had sleet for 10, 12 or more hours with this particular event. Those are the little ice pellets that kind of ding off the window in your windshield as you're out and about. Some of you saw freezing rain. Of course, that's rain that falls and then freezes on contact. We've seen all sorts of precipitation. But notice what has happened here on the radar. The blue has come back. Some cold air aloft has rushed on in and changed some of us from sleet back over to snow, and many of us have now seen that occur. Watch this radar as this blue starts to take over, and this has to rotate through. So we're going to be dealing with periods of snow with some sleet over the next couple of hours. Full forecast in a few minutes now. Let's go upstairs to Rachel Frank. She's standing by with the latest on our warnings in place. Hey there, Rachel.
Hey, Matt, thanks so much. Good morning and happy Valentine's Day, or rather good afternoon. Yeah, as you were saying, we are starting to see that mixed precipitation slowly switch over to snow, but we could still see some sleet here as we move through the afternoon hours, and that's why the National Weather Service still has a winter storm warning in effect for Berks, Lehigh, Northampton, Carbon, Warren, and Monroe counties until 7 p.m. and Schuylkill County until 10 p.m. and a winter weather advisory expiring at 7 p.m. for our southern counties, Bucks, Camden, Chester, Delaware, Montgomery, Gloucester, Hunterdon, Mercer, and Philadelphia. Of course, this means we could see a combination of weather events, not just snow, but also freezing rain, sleet, and strong winds helping to blow some of that snow on the ground. Here are some viewer snowfall reports that we've been collecting throughout the day. These are the most recent ones that we've received. Plainfield Township coming in at 3 inches, Shoemakersville 5.5 inches, South Whitehall Township 5.2, and Muhlenberg 4.5. Now, as for the official National Weather Service totals, here's where we are so far. Lehighton 4 inches, Allentown Airport 3.6, Pocono Summit 5 inches, and Philadelphia 3.9. Generally, we're seeing less accumulation as you head further to the south, where more of that mixing is taking place, and a little bit more accumulation further to the north in places like the Poconos with more snow. Much more in your full forecast in just a few more minutes, but first, let's send things back to Jaciel.
Thank you, Rachel. We'll check in with you later. For a check on the roads now, we go to J.C. Kelleher in the 69 News Traffic Center. J.C.
Thanks very much, Jaciel. And as Matt and Rachel were mentioning, lots of problems on the roadways as well. And we're just getting reports in Carbon County that Carbon County is in a state of emergency right now. So if you're on the road in Carbon County, or you know anybody that's going to go on the road in Carbon County, you need to tell them they are not allowed on the roads throughout Carbon County right now. That state of emergency, only emergency vehicles are allowed on the roadways there. Also in Carbon County in Jim Thorpe, 209 remains closed between Broadway Avenue and Susquehanna, and that's causing some problems on the roadways as well. No reported accidents right now on the turnpike, but some very slippery conditions. We're right here, Route 512 and route just north of Route 22, where we have an accident. We are seeing some slippery conditions here by the industrial park. We do have an accident at Yost Road in Moore Township. The ramp is closed from Route 22 westbound to Route 309 northbound, so that's causing problems. Bridges and overpasses are frozen across the entire area right now. We also have in Albany Township in Berks County. I'm going to take you down over there to Berks County right now, where we're looking at the Warren Street bypass in Albany Township. We still have that vehicle fire. Little Round Top Road and Long Lane. Route 724 in Coomer Township between Route 10 and 176 is closed until further notice due to this winter storm. So plenty of trouble, of compacted snow, ice on top of it. Use lots of caution time for your travels across the entire region if you need to make it out. Stay safe, buckle up, drive safely, and stay alert. I'm J.C. Kelleher in the 69 News Traffic Center.
Thank you, J.C. As we mentioned, our reporters have been bringing American Parkway and Hamilton Street in Allentown. Eve, how is it there now?
Jaciel, good afternoon. Actually, things are a little bit better. We're not getting slammed with the sleet we were this morning. As you can see, it's snowing here now. But I will tell you that we are seeing a lot more cars getting stuck. If you look behind me, we have Exhibit A right behind me here. So I don't know if that's because more people are heading out or because conditions are getting worse or perhaps a combination of the two. Now, we have been telling you all morning long that Allentown is in a state of a snow emergency. Now, what that means is by now, residents who live along major routes should have moved their cars so that city trucks can plow the entire roadways. Now, if you want to find out if that affects you, you can go to the city's website at allentownpa.org. Now, the snow emergency is part of a big effort that everyone is partaking in to clean up now before it's too late.
It's getting heavier now. Last night wasn't too bad, but stopped for a little while, and now it's getting old.
From shovels to snow plows, it's a citywide effort to dig out and make conditions as safe as possible in Allentown. The city's fleet of trucks has been on the roads all day trying to clean up the piles of snow before they have a chance to freeze. And public works officials say they're far from finished.
Crews will be working all night tonight, putting out salt and chemical de-icing and brining. And then, as best we can, we'll continue on the alleys and getting the minor streets open and getting the alleys open.
Now, we mentioned the snow emergency that's in effect in Allentown right now. Now, that gives city crews the opportunity to plow from curb to curb, and then they plan to work to get the side streets open. Officials do want me to mention that once your street is plowed and the emergency has been lifted, then it is safe to move your car back onto the street. But do be careful as you shovel out. As you can see, a lot of cars are having problems doing some fishtails, doing some sliding all over the road. So do be careful if you're heading out to move your car this noon. We're live in Allentown. Eve Tannery, 69 News.
Okay, thank you, Eve. Here is how the parking lot at the City View Diner in Whitehall looked this morning. Completely empty. No one ventured out for that morning coffee, it appears, as it was just too dangerous. Some were on the road, however, but no doubt taking extra caution. Berks County is also covered in snow and ice this noon. It's where many woke up to winter right outside the window. WFMZ's Karin Mallett is live on Penn Street in Reading with how the conditions are there. Karen?
Jaciel, good afternoon. This morning we were anxiously awaiting an end to the sleet that we had seen for hours. About 10:30 this morning, just as Matt Broderick said, that sleet did turn over to snow here in this part of Berks County. It's been steady since then, but it seems to be a little slower now than it was around 10:30 this morning. But it has left us here in Berks County with quite a mess that not even Cupid wants to head out on this Valentine's Day.
It's too heavy. It's like shoveling gravel or sand or something. It's not like shoveling snow.
This is a winter storm you can hear. But still not enough to put this guy in a pair of pants.
I just wear shorts all year round. It doesn't bother me. Until it gets up to my knees anyway. Then I'll probably put some pants on.
Most, though, are bundled up in Berks County, trying to stay warm in winter. On the roads, it's a slippery slope. Watch this BARTA bus take the corner in downtown Reading. And it's a tough time for cars. It takes a while to get going.
We're going to keep going around the clock, removing snow, pushing it out of the way, cleaning everything up from this storm.
In Reading, there are 170 miles of roads to plow and just 20 pieces of equipment for the crews to use. Seems like Reading's mayor has the best idea of the day.
You can stay home, again, you can make Valentine's, or you can cook a great dinner for your loved one tonight, or read a book to kids, or watch a DVD, things like that. But the cities are working real hard to kind of keep on top of this. So
And that has been quite a battle for the city and also for the PennDOT crews here in Berks County. Because we had so much sleet overnight and in the early morning hours, it was a constant battle to keep these roads clean. That will likely continue through this afternoon. For now, we're live in Reading. Karin Mallett, 69 News.
Okay, thank you, Karin.